Hello, and thank you for taking time out of your week to help me out with this project. I should be finished with my counseling program at the end of the summer. I've been really busy with other duties in my life, and I really want to apologize for not getting this to you all a bit sooner. But to compensate for my lateness, I do want to provide a small gift for the first person who completes this survey and turns it into me. I do need this data by the end of this week on April 4th so I can compile everything together and submit my assignment by the due date. So I do want to thank you again for your willingness to help, and I really appreciate those of you that are still willing to help me out with my endeavor. The survey that I'm doing for my class is titled the SCCOC. You can read the title right there. It's basically a checklist to measure our cultural competence at our school. So it's basically an audit for culture. And one of the biggest things that this thing measures is the fact that culture is not just based on nationality, but it's a lot of other things that we maybe don't see on the surface. And so this kind of picture shows you what that looks like. On top, you see things that you would see on the surface that make up culture, like dancing, art, language, dress, facial expressions. And then there are things on the bottom that you don't see, like ideas about justice and gender roles and types of governments and relationship with different types of people, concepts of humor. The list goes on and on. And this is something that all comprises culture. And so the survey that I want you all to do for my classroom to help me out measures all these different kind of things. So it's important that you all understand what we mean by culture when we say culture. Culture audits come from different kind of sources. You can see the kind of sources here. The SCCOC comes from the observations on the bottom, as you see here or there. Now, on the survey checklist I've given you in your boxes, there is, I did give you a hard copy of some pages of the CIP, the Campus Improvement Plan for Cook Middle School. This can help you with some information that maybe you're not, you don't really know very well. So things like the population of the different types of groups at our school and our mission and vision statements. It's all there. I've highlighted pieces for you to make it even easier to kind of reduce the amount that you would have to do to finish this survey. It is very important that you all fill in the evidence documentation here on the right hand side. In addition to scaling for each one of these, I do need at least some evidence documentation on some of these parts here. They're broken down by domains. There's 8 of them. You can see them here. They're all titled clearly. And again, some of you that have been asked to do this might not be familiar with everything, and that's okay, because it wouldn't be a true cultural observation if we didn't get different people from around the school to be giving input. And so if you're not familiar with everything, maybe if you're a nurse and you're not familiar with the classroom management piece or the curriculum, then that's okay. So just answer appropriately and give whatever evidence documentation here on that right-hand column. And on the very last page, it's page 7, something that's very important that I need is in the comments. If you could write down 1 or 2 comments about something that kind of stuck out to you once you started looking at the culture of Cook Middle School. Maybe you thought that we'd have more of a holistic culture showed by what we have, and once you look at the different items on this survey, maybe you realize that we're deficient in one area or another. And if you could write down those impressions, either good or bad, that's part of what can help what it is that I'm doing as far as my requirements for my classroom. And so right here on this last slide, this is just some information on the survey that I'm using. This is the nuts and bolts of how it came to be a valid survey that's used and accepted as an audit for culture. So again, I really appreciate all your willingness to help me out, and I thank you again from the bottom of my heart, especially on this testing week. I really apologize for doing this now, but I thank you all so much ahead of time. And remember, there is a prize for the first person who turns in a completed survey. So I thank you all again. If you have any questions, send me an email or just let me know when you see me in the hallways, and I'll be really quick to try to help you out. Thank you. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.